decided to come back. Go there. I'm gonna be home to hopefully make this thing fully go away. But since I decided on that, yeah, here we are. More of this damn game hasn't opened up yet. Still selected, right? I believe so. Yeah, there we go. Cool, cool, cool. I need to update my NVIDIA drivers, but I just don't want to. You won't be able to see it in the stream, but the game drops frames all the time, like constantly. But it only happens during the fights, and it kind of feels appropriate. It feels like it's like when it drops, it feels like it makes the hits feel more impactful. If that makes any sense. Get framed in. I'm gonna cut it on anyway just to see. There's more stuff I could do here. Time is something that splits, runs backwards, distorts, stagnates, and even then that's nothing but a fragment of time. If you take a look at it even more unilaterally, it would probably appear to be moving around a sphere, shifting its orbit ever so slightly, like a kind of like a prism without walls. Okay. If I turn on, I've got frame gen turned on. Wow. Oh, I've got more bastard slots. I can go plant some bastards. Some bastard seeds. Display. No, not that. If I did that. Theoretically, what I'm doing is this. We're gonna see how this feels. Yeah, the number's not gonna show up in the corner. So right now, because I'm using frame gen, it's saying it's hitting 200 frames per second. Which is the thing with frame gen is if you hit like, it doesn't feel too bad right now. So if you're playing a game or you're getting close to 60 FPS and you use frame generation, like say you're hitting like 45, 50 frames per second, use frame gen, it won't feel too bad. There'll be a little bit of a delay. What do you mean I don't have any seeds? All I have is seeds. I want to cultivate bastards, man. Anyway, so frame gen is when Stalker 2 came out. I forgot the developer's name is, GSC or whatever. They were like, oh yeah, you can get amazing frames. You just have to turn on frame gen. And when you did, you would, like, your frame rate would go from being like 25, 30, whatever. I think they've fixed it since then. It would shoot up to like 130 frames per second. And there would be people on YouTube like, oh dude, check this out. Wow, look, I got this crazy frame rate in this game. I've never seen a game this optimized. But when you actually play it, if you're using a controller, some of it makes sense. But if you use a mouse and keyboard, when you move the mouse, there's like a half second or full second delay because it's generating fake frames. I guess I might as well have my TED talk on how I feel about all this stuff. So one of my issues with modern PC gaming right now is like there's a lot of really creative stuff out there. You're seeing a lot of indie stuff, maybe games like this. Even there's some I wouldn't say AAA, just some like bigger budget games that are doing some unique things. But in terms of hardware, for the past few generations, and I'm going to use Nvidia specifically because I don't know what's going on in AMD land. COVID hit. When COVID hit, the 30 series I think was coming out. I was going from a 1060 and I wanted to get a 3070. This is like 2019, 2020. So go to the store. They were pretty much out of those. They had like a 1080 Ti, like a 2070, like a 20, I forgot, it was something else, maybe like a 2080. And there's some AMD stuff there. And I'm there and I'm like, you know, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get this 2070. And I bought it. And the thing is, like, right when I bought it, at that time, this is like 2019, 2020, late 2019, early 2020. Geez, before the stores were blocked off, like closed and had all the crazy COVID restrictions. When it was whenever the Avengers game came out. Maybe I was the wrong year. Maybe it was 2021. I don't know. But either way, when that happened, a lot of people were getting into crypto. So Nvidia, they shifted their focus for the 30 series to people were buying video cards like crazy. Like you would go to a store and like a card that might cost like $500 would cost, you know, that in the store. But crypto bros would go in there and buy like 15 video cards all at the same time to make their crypto rigs. And the prices were crazy. And Nvidia decided to market all of their stuff towards them because they're actually spending the most money. They're buying all these cards to get crypto and then burning them out and then flipping the crypto to go buy more cards so they can make bigger and bigger rigs. It was a mess. But because they spent that generation, the 3000 series, to me, I used to tell people, like, if you get a 20, like, go with the 20 series because the 3000 series is not made for you unless that's what you want to do. There were like some small changes, but nothing major. That was also when RTX started up. And I think part of the reason I went from a 1060 to a 2070 is that the 2070 was like that generation was like, hey, this is designed to do ray tracing. So got that. Skip the 3000 series. The 4000 series seems like it was also the one I'm on right now. It felt like they went back to like, hey, we want to focus on like actual raw processing power, and you know, we're gonna use some ray tracing stuff in there, but we're gonna focus on just making this like a more powerful card. Cool, whatever. The 5000 series, I haven't heard too much stuff that's great about it, and over the 4000 series, but it sounds like what they're focused on now, because now instead of it being crypto's whatever. It's still, people are still doing it, but it's not as crazy as it was. The 5000 series is now focused on all this frame gen stuff and all the AI stuff. So what's really bothering me is back in the day, like say if you bought Half-Life 2 and you know your computer is barely running it, maybe it's in like 30 frames per second, 25 frames per second, whatever, and you get a new video card, maybe that new video card hits like 50, 60, and all of a sudden you're like, man, this is crazy. You're on your damn CRT or super early flat screen. You get another video card, you know, you turn that game on and it has more straight raw processing power. Maybe you get like a generation later and all of a sudden you're hitting like, I don't know, 200 frames per second in certain parts of the game. That's awesome. Now, instead, if you get a modern video card and you have like, you know, an updated CPU and everything, even then, the games aren't like, it feels like the hardware is not designed to necessarily run that software better. It feels like what they want you to do is start using more like the frame gen, like FSR and all this stuff, the upscaling. So instead of playing a game at 4K, like you would want to do, you know, back in the long ago times of 2 years ago, they want you to play the game at like 720p and then upscale it and use all this AI stuff. So all of a sudden you're running like a lower resolution image and it'll look fine. It will look fine, but you're getting higher frame rates. But I guess the concept of it being fake frames bothers me, and it shows up more in certain types of games than others. Like for me, first person games, I haven't found one that has frame gen that feels good. I'm gonna see how it feels in this, because again, when the game slows down in this, it's not that bad because it feels, this game feels like the kind of game that should have slowdown. If I I played through Mega Man 2 recently, and you can turn on Turbo in the Mega Man Legacy Collection and get rid of all the slowdown, but it feels wrong. So I like having it so like when if there's a bunch of enemies on screen, I wanted to feel like, oh man, there's a lot going on. This game's having issues processing on this Nintendo. This game kind of feels like that. This isn't the kind of game where I need to stay at like a super crazy high frame rate the whole time. Or maybe it will feel cool, I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah, you take my bastards. Screamadelica. What does this mean? I don't know if the numbers are good or bad. Like this healing spire has a range of 1, but I'm assuming that's what I would expect it to be. Oh no, I have another healing spire. Okay, I understand now. So these are like different rarities of the same thing. You see, it says this healing spire is level 3, 3, 5. So this is 5, 5, 1. Use the power of Emerald Flosion. I use this for something else. The names of all these things are super confusing, but we'll go ahead because I have all these seeds. And I could use the seeds, I think. Alright, so Emerald Flosion is what you get from the enemies. It's so strange. You see in the top right over there, it's hard to read, but it says I have 372. It's just the game style. Alright, so... Okay, so now I know what I have, so I'll go ahead and plant some of the ones that are high level. Oh, I can go ahead and harvest this, right? That's Leah. Dreams of becoming an actor, Leah, sure. Damn it. Instructions are... You can talk to Luna and select Bastard Fusion from the garden. Okay. First, select the primary bastard. It's the base. Okay, so she gave me... Okay, so she gave me this. So pick fuse. Which one would I want to use as the base? Okay, let's try these two out, whatever. Jeez. Does it make it into something better? So this one's stronger. Put that in there. Wow. So I can go ahead and just take this out. Funny. I need 373 to accelerate that. I only have 372. That's really funny. Okay, so it's different per thing. 573. 585. This is 372 still, right? 362. Interesting. It's just gambling. Oh no, I guess because the time's going down, that would make sense. Alright, that's cool. We'll leave that alone. Did I get more ingredients? I don't think I did. Okay, I need to get more ingredients. I get it. So basically, fight with not just your body, but your mind too, right? Great. The greatest striker in the world, but I don't know shit about soccer. Leave it to me. So who is it? Wow. Wow, this is some straight up deadly premonition type stuff here. Okay. That's a lot more detail than I expected. It's so weird looking over here and be like, what is this woman doing standing in this room with these hands? Hey, what's up? Yeah, it's so my initial impressions, I've gone through like such a roller coaster with this game. Like when I first tried it, I was like, this game, it's so weird. And it is still weird, and I'm still trying to get my head around certain things, but at the same time, like, it's got a lot of style, you know, which I can definitely appreciate. It does its own thing. I appreciate the fact that it's, what, I guess I could say it has some rough edges, but it feels like they're not like, they're rough edges because they tried something different instead of being like, hey, we're going to make this like every other game. Like, it's going to be just like a Dark Souls or whatever. Like trying to understand what's going on in the combat is still a lot to wrap my head around because there's so many different weapons and then all the upgrades and everything has a weird name. So they're like, hey, these are your coins. It's like, no, this is Emerald Flosion. Use this at the whatever. And then you're like, what? Wait, what? But it makes sense. You need to work on your analysis skills. You've good intuition but lack forensic. What? Oh.
What is this then? Okay.
Yo, what? I guess I'll get there someday. I don't know. There are some things that I've seen in like games and movies where I'm like, you know what? This doesn't really make sense, but it makes sense in the context of whatever the world is, and I'm like, yeah, I can go with that. That's fine. Oh yeah, the upgrades are slowly making sense. It's just it was like, so the last stream I did, I was sitting there and I was like, wait, what? So I think what's weird about it is that they'll tell you, you know, you get the tooltip of like, hey, you should go back to what is it called? Is this ship called the Last Night? Which is also, it's like, wait, what? Um, like you should go back to Last Night and upgrade. And I'm like, all right, I'll do that. And I came back here and I was like, wait. It was like all you have to do is just go into the menu and you can change it from there. Yeah, the souls. What? Oh, you know the cannonball game is the thing I keep. When I stopped the last stream, I was thinking about that too. I was like, man, I don't really want to do that game, but I'm like, clearly, when you look at the stats, like that's what that is. That's what you get from that game. So I was like, I have to play that game. Yeah, it's one of those things where I just realized like I have to interact with that system. Like, because again, when you see it, when you look in the menu, wherever it's at, it's listed, but it doesn't. It goes into here, and I was thinking like, oh wait, what is this? Because it says like dead gear cannonball, dead gear upgrades or whatever. I'm like, what dead gear? Wait, what? And then I remember looking at the side and be like, oh, oh yeah, I need those. So yeah. Now what I don't understand here is like, yo, what? Um, let's go here. So is this okay? I understand. You see, so when I had tried it before, I was like, wait, what? Well, what is that? What are these things here? But now I'm seeing it. I think what I was originally thinking is that I didn't understand that this was using your Emerald Flosion. Again, I didn't understand what Emerald Flosion was. Like I did the tutorial, but again, trying to understand the game's terms is like, what Emerald? Emma who? Who is Emerald Lagasse? Wait, what? I'm lost. Um. Ah, so close. I'm assuming I just do this. Yeah, I mean, it does make sense. It's just terms. It's that thing that some games do where they have like proper nouns and you're like, what is this? Does that work? Does that see, I'm also never sure like when I leave. Alright, so we're good. Right? I think I got, did I not get, I don't know how the upgrades, like how the saving the upgrade thing here works. Okay, so I just have whatever I have. That's cool. I can live with that. It's just trying to learn the game systems. Even when I was in here, I was like, wait, what? Hold on, I can just do this? And I don't know, it just didn't make any sense. I was like, wait, hold on. If I hold this button down, all of a sudden I had unlocked all the weapons. Like, alright, that's what that is. This here, this is another thing where I was like, wait, what is this? I understand that there's an upgrade system, but it was trying to figure out what everything is. But you know, again, it starts making sense. I'm looking at the bars on the side. All these proper nouns, man. Like, how many centuries do you have? And you get them, I feel like you just kind of come across them at certain times. Oops. Trying to go back over here. But yeah, it's just trying to figure out what the hell I'm looking at. Because it's definitely different, which I appreciate. But again, it's a lot to take into. Oh, you know what? You're right. Because that guy did say something about, do you want to buy anything from the shop? Yeah, I bought something from him before. I think as like part of the opening talking to everybody thing. Um, Advil. I like that. Oh, you know what? I didn't realize that you can just buy the ingredients here. I didn't really, I only went in here once. I think what happened is I went in here and I saw this and I think I did buy some stuff. And it didn't really occur to me as like, oh, I'm just I was thinking that all of these were healing items and like later I was like, oh wait, no, this is what you used to make the curry. Again, what? Oh man. Um trying to understand like, oh, you can get curry and you use curry for like boosts and stuff is like there's so many things in the game that are just they're so weird. But again, it fits. It fits the world. Yeah, it's all slowly making sense. It was the last stream is when I like just took a second, was like, what the hell am I looking at? And like it wasn't even so much reading it, it was like what am I doing with this? Because reading it would probably confuse me more. Um like over complicating things in my head. But yeah, when you start moving around and like applying upgrades and stuff and all that, it starts making sense. It's like a shopping mall of evil. Nice one, man. Shopping mall of evil? What does that even mean? Oh, he was a very bad man. It'd take too much time to explain. I'll just tell me. What's your favorite animal? Squirrels. Now, what if there was somebody who eradicated every squirrel from the face of the earth? They'd be super duper evil. That's how evil this guy is. Yeah, I just finished the mall. The huge boss. I think I got stuck there for a little bit, and it was one of those moments where I was like, wait, why do I keep dying? And then I realized like, oh, I'm just missing the cues. It's not even the cues. It was just like there's some of the stuff where you have to play like a Souls game where some of the enemies like, oh, I can't seem to evade this guy's attack. It's like, oh, that just means just get up in his junk at a certain point because his arms won't hit down there, and then figure out when to like move. But I also appreciate the fact that the game didn't really like go out of its way to like point that out to me. It just kind of let me do that on my own.
What is this then?
You guys really sweat the small stuff, huh? I was called here by the version of me that's on Romeo's back. In other words, I'm here from another dimension by my own request. Is that too hard to understand? Oh man. The more grandpas, the better. It's a worthy screenshot.
Excuse me.
Nice one.
When I got here, originally, like when they have you do the tour of this place, I was so confused because I hadn't really seen anything on this game. I saw the main character once, and I had heard people talking about it, like how weird the game looked on a podcast, a couple of different podcasts. So it was in the back of my head. So I was thinking like, oh yeah, the game comes out soon. I looked at the store and was like, oh hey, it's out. You know what? Let me give this game a shot because it'll probably be interesting at the very least. And I didn't know what to expect, so I didn't expect any of this. I didn't expect any of the ship stuff. I didn't expect like all the crazy terms, even though it's a Suda game, so it makes sense. But just wrapping my head around things. Judd Nelson. Nintendo Pictures Co. I had thought about starting on that whatever the hard difficulty is. Um, and then I was thinking, I was like, man, every now and then I hit one of these games and like I just don't understand the systems. Like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and just play on like whatever they suggested.
What can I get you, bro?
I'll order when she gets here.
Okay. Ooh, I hope she gets here soon. I can't wait to
This
meet her.
isn't for your enjoyment. She's finally out of the hospital.
I need that kind of vest.
Come on in. This way.
Thanks. Sorry. Have you been waiting long?
No, not at all. How are you feeling?
Much better. I didn't get the chance to thank you.
Thank me? You don't need to thank me.
Thank you. Really. It's probably thanks to you that I survived.
How's your memory?
Nothing yet. But
Oh, you know what? That's right. I was playing this game. Let me see if this. All right, cool. I was playing this other game. Where is it? Chrysal the Year Vitals, and it has a lot of like weird jump scare moments, and I had to keep dropping my volume down because people were like, now it's too loud and it was overpowering me, and then this game is a little bit more quiet, so. All right, here we go.
I know my way around this town,
Any better?
so I think I may have been here before.
Don't worry about the past. What's important is the present. In all sorts of ways.
Thank you. You're so kind.
Being kind isn't enough.
Can a sheriff be kind?
I'm a sheriff's deputy, and what I need to be is strong.
This is the hand of a strong person.
And it's like
Have you decided yet? I recommend the cream soda without the soda.
Okay. I'll take one of those.
same here.
What is this? Something's off.
Oh. This is what I'm doing? Just hold A? Okay. I think. I don't know. I'm assuming that's what I was supposed to do. I can't tell if that was a skip. I don't think it was a skip. I think it was just hold A. Snap. To make sure my stream didn't freeze. Every now and then I look over and I'm like, oh, it's like just stuck somewhere. Dog's gonna teleport in and out of existence in my stream.
I'll be waiting here.
Make him. No. Let me adjust the camera to make him pop up.
I like persons better than principles, and I like persons with no principles better than anything else in the world.
So weird. Oh, man, I'm slow. I was like, let me make sure I save. I forgot it's right here.
Shutting down.
Dead man.
That's a thing. It's like I feel like if there's dialogue here, sometimes I wanna go through it, but at the same time, if I don't understand what's happening with the dialogue, it's just like, oh, these people are talking strange, you know.
Understood.
Great. I'm Mulder. I'll talk to management. That is my go-to. When somebody asks me something at work, it's like, oh, yeah, I'll go talk to management. I'm low-level management. Agent Red Brown, Blue Mountain. Oh man, I forgot about Agent Red Brown.
Grandpa. Hey, Scott!
See? Alright.
Yeah.
So let's sit. Okay. There we go.
Let's see.
Romeo Stargazer, hell of a name. And you are yourself not a representative? I mean, yeah, I'm going to take your blood pressure now. Either I will do.
Okay. We'll go.
You'll know once we reach the engine. Fletcher space-time ammunition loading complete. Begin transmission to the trainee. Got a bad feeling about that thing. What the hell is that? Be waiting for you on the side. Begin. I'm looking at my frame gen thing in the top corner. It's like still up there. All right, here we go. It's saying 120. There's no grandpa. There's no grandpa. It's just me. There we go. I can't tell. Let me try cutting this thing off. Hold on. PC stuff, man. Let's see. Graphics. Let's cut off that. No, it's just the way the grass looks. The grass just looks weird. One more thing. So I'll cut that back on because that didn't seem to change anything. We'll leave this on. And then let's try this. Actually, it looks a little bit better. Okay. 90 for the frame gen.
Please come in. Have a seat on the sofa in the back.
Grandpa, I got a really bad feeling about this.
Please, make yourself at home here. I'll bring some tea.
Spearland. Have a drink. I wish there's an explanation for how he eats or drinks or whatever. Do you understand that this place is the training facility? It's like a bus stop or a rite of passage. Special Agent Romeo. Perhaps Dead Man is more fitting. You passed. Here, take this. This pin badge is the rarest item amongst collectors of FBI memorabilia. Is it okay if I put it on? Of course. On my chest. TikTok boy. You know what? That's TikTok boy, which is whatever. That's their mascot. But like, I feel it's just a curiosity thing. I just would like to see like what, like they give him things like here, everybody's eating and drinking, and like he's just there. It's like, okay, it'd be neat to see. I think what was that game? I forgot what the name of the game was. There's some space game. It was like one of the comedy games. Came out around the same time as High on Life. Journey to a Savage Planet or something? I forgot what it's called. Anyway, guy has a helmet on and he eats, and I think the way that he eats is he just like grabs food and like shoves it against his mask and it just disappears, which is great. Like it's part of the game's comedy. I'm thinking like, you know, maybe this thing in the front opens up. He had a mouth and his face got torn up, so.
This is the final program. Please try to survive the examination. If you can survive, you can leave this place.
Okay, I get it. I'm supposed to fight this? So I take down the bony giant and finish the test. I'm gonna smash you to bits.
Warning. Warning.
Trying to get the hang of like switching weapons is also weird. It's only because like for some reason in my head it feels like they should be the move should, or I guess the gun should be on like the other side. They should be on the right. I don't know why. Guns are a right thing. Use remembering stuff. There we go. On me. On me. That's moving too fast. I'm gonna see if y'all move it. Again, the revive animation, or him dying and then coming back, it's so weird. I was telling somebody it's crazy how much stuff like you can show in terms of like gore, but if there's like a boob,
This is
your
the
stream will
final
get like
program.
blocked instantly.
Giant and finish the test.
It's crazy. It actually made me want to go back. I didn't finish that Indiana Jones game when it came out. It made me want to go back to that. I feel like there's got to be something in there. Not to that level, but just some sort of crazy visuals or something. And Please. Be safe. I don't know why I keep trying to jump over there, or dash through that. I guess it's probably like a weird Dark Souls, like I'm hoping for iframes thing. Bad move. Whatever. The weird thing about that game, the Indiana Jones game, is that like it has moments when it pulls the camera out and it goes into third person, and it's just like it's feels out of place, but there's some, I don't know, there's just some stuff about that game that's just interesting. Like his climbing animation feels slow compared to other games, but it's the kind of slow where it's like, you know what, this feels appropriate. It feels like it should be like this. I forgot I had that other thing over there. There's a certain weightiness to that game where everything feels
Please try to survive the
correct.
examination.
Giant.
But it also, it's like if you look at it from a gameplay perspective, you're like, why would they do this? I think I put my stuff into, what's it called? The pistol. Let's see. There we go. There we go. I need to look at that 007 game a little bit more. I know that there's that trailer for the, what's it called? The John Wick game, which sounds interesting. I mean, boy, having to make a trailer for a John Wick game, it feels like that's a game that should have been around forever. There's plenty of games that try to hit that feel. Like, there's a game in VR, it's a rhythm game, what's it called? Pistol Whip? Where there's a lot of stuff that makes you feel like you're having John Wick style combat. Like you die in like 2 hits. So you end up having to do a lot of just like kind of shooting over your shoulder or behind or whatever and dodging bullets. But it's not like, it feels more closer to like John Wick than The Matrix. Ah, another game with mirrors that don't function. How dare you. Oh, okay. I feel like there was a point in time when like most game mirrors worked, and then I guess they just became harder to render or something like that. And a lot of games just don't bother. You get ray tracing and stuff like that, but it's not ray traced. Like a lot of times you look in a mirror in a game, there's just nothing there.
Apparently your training was a success. Please, get in. Let's return to the ship.
Grandpa?
Go ahead. Get on in.
All right, then.
Yeah, that's what it is like when you look at these games, you're like, man, how did they render this mirror? It's like, oh, they literally just rendered the world in this specific area flipped. Just crazy. But like now, you know, how crazy the requirements are for games, like, can't really afford that.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Nice one.
The description of those trials makes me think of the Monster Hunter has those arena fights. Reminds me a little bit of that. Alright, cool, I can pull these out. Really perverse heresy. £250 grip strength. Again, the game having weird terms, like trying to tell somebody like, yeah, I need some bastards. I need some more bastards to go with me on these missions. Like, what is a bastard? Well, it's complicated. It's an assist character or whatever. It's a little thing that you can use. Petty Betty. I would like to have something that sounds, it flows like that. I just remembered about this. I was sitting there, I was like, man, I only have one of those things, and I think when you finish that boss in the mall, they give you another spot. And I was like, oh wait, that's right, bastards, that's what those things are. Like, I was using it, and I was like, oh, this is like because of how close I was using it to the boss, and it was the one that explodes, it was just getting hit, and I was like, oh, this must be just like an assist power. And I looked in the menu, I was like, wait, what? Oh, right, bastards, that's right. That's right.
Agent Romeo.
There we go. Great. Bastard seeds. Okay. Bazooka Barbara. Love it. Spear Spencer. Rifle Raphael. Fist Frankie. Don't mind if I do. Katana Karen. Yep. Yep. Well, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to stop streaming now because I need to be up in like 3.5 hours for work. So if I'm going into work today, I think I am. If my car is working in the morning, that's some issues with it on Friday night. If it's working, I'm gonna go in. But anyway, appreciate the help. Yep, I've got a. Luckily, I have 2 monitors. I mean, there's this at least. Well, you can't see it, but I'm using the home menu, and at least it shows the time. It used to not show that, so I definitely appreciate that. But yeah, appreciate the help. Again, I had completely forgot about this until you mentioned that. Like, that's how that works. Where I needed to engage with it. Yeah, I guess I'll catch you later. Thanks.